They stand on the biggest stages in the world. They hear millions scream their names. They shine so brightly, people think they never feel darkness. But the truth is simple and heartbreaking. Even kings feel lonely. Even queens cry in silence. This is a story of three souls at the top of the world. Jungkook, Jennie Taehyung, three stars who carried the weight of perfection and the pain of being human. Close your eyes. Listen gently. This is their truth. Before the cameras, before the judgment, before the fame. Jungkook, the boy who never rested. Before the world called him golden, he was just a shy boy from Busan. A boy who wanted to sing, dance, and make people smile. But the moment he became the youngest in BTS, his childhood ended. He trained while other kids slept. He performed while his friends played. He carried expectations heavier than his own age. The world loved him, but also watched him too closely. Every haircut, every tattoo, every moment alone became a headline. He couldn't make a mistake. He couldn't look tired. He couldn't say, "I'm overwhelmed." Because he wasn't just Jungkook. He was everyone's favorite escape. But at night, when the lights died, and Seoul finally grew quiet, he felt something he could never admit. Loneliness. The deep kind. The quiet kind. The kind that makes you wonder if people love you, or just a version of you they built in their minds. He once said he wanted to disappear. Not forever, just for a moment, just to breathe, just to exist without 1,000 eyes watching. Fame gave him wings, but it also clipped him, and in the silence of his room, he would sometimes whisper, "I miss being ordinary. I miss being unseen." But even in that loneliness, he kept moving, kept singing, kept giving the world a love. He rarely received back in a pure, quiet way, yet somewhere inside him, the boy from Busan still waits, hoping that one day he can live freely, without fear of disappointing millions. Jennie, the queen who learned to stand alone. She was never just an idol. She was a symbol of beauty, power, perfection. And perfection is a prison disguised as praise. From the moment Jennie entered the spotlight, people loved her, and then they judged her even harder. She wore luxury. They attacked her. She smiled less. They called her cold. She smiled more. They called her fake. She danced differently. They said she didn't care. She breathed wrong, and they questioned her worth. Imagine waking up every day, knowing the world will invent a new reason to hate you. She did, and she endured it quietly, behind the glamorous photo shoots, behind the fierce stage presence, behind the confident walk, was a girl who cried, because people didn't understand her heart. There were nights she turned off the comments, just to feel peace again. Nights when she wondered if quitting would hurt less than staying. But Jennie is a quiet storm. She breaks, but she rebuilds herself in silence. She hurts, but she turns pain into power. She learned how to stand alone, with grace, with strength, with unshakable calm. And now, when she walks into a room, she doesn't carry the world's opinions. She carries her own truth. She is still soft, still gentle, still human, but stronger than the hate that tried to break her. Taehyung, the artist who loved too deeply. Taehyung loves things deeply. Quiet sunsets, simple laughter, warm friendships, small memories. But fame is not gentle with people who feel deeply. He wanted to make music, take pictures, dance with passion, and laugh freely with friends. But the world watched him like he was never allowed a private moment. Every smile with a friend assumed romance. Every silence labeled sadness. Every expression analyzed until the truth disappeared. He said he feared being misunderstood. And he was right. People loved his beauty, but not always his heart. He missed nights when he could walk without security. He missed being able to cry without becoming a rumor. He missed being able to love openly without breaking millions of hearts. There were nights when he stayed awake, writing letters he would never send, songs he was afraid to release, feelings he locked away because the world did not allow him to be vulnerable. But Taehyung kept dreaming, kept creating, kept loving, quietly, deeply, sincerely. His loneliness became art. His sadness became beauty. His silence became healing. He learned that sometimes being alone at the top is the price of being extraordinary. 3 stars, 3 stories, 1 truth. Fame gives you the world, but makes you lose pieces of yourself. Jungkook, the boy who carried perfection. Jennie, the woman who survived judgment. Taehyung, the artist who loved more than the world allowed. They shine brightly, but even stars flicker when the night grows heavy. So now I ask you gently, if success came with loneliness, would you still chase it?